Ace, what's going on, buddy?
Everything all at once.
There was a woman who camped outside of this building when she heard that you were going to be here. I mean, she brought like a trailer and groceries for the next week, and she wasn't going to go anywhere.
Was she really a nurse?
So she claimed. Why did she give you a physical?
Tell us more.
I guess she offered.
I only coughed twice.
You sign yourself away to American Idol when you get on it, or
yes.
once the tour's done, are you free to do?
No, top 12 all signs a record deal. It's their first right of refusal, so they can keep you or let you go.
Oh, okay.
We were talking about it, and they wanted to keep me, but at the same point, I didn't know who I wanted to work with. So I told them I wanted to focus on acting. I was like, let me just put a little focus on acting and see what happens. I've done some acting, but I didn't want to focus on acting. I just wanted to get away so I could try to figure out what my team was.
Okay.
And the moment that my contract fell out was actually during our Idol tour, because our year we did 60 arenas and they were all sold out. And originally it was going to be 44, but when they extended it, right when they extended it, all those extra shows, I was out of contract. So I was a free guy.
Wow.
So at that point, I could put together my team and do everything I wanted. I've since then gone back and done some acting. I'll be on Bones May 12th.
Oh, cool.
That's
on Fox.
great.
Yeah. So I mean, I've done little things, but I don't want to give anybody that comfort that you get when you see somebody, make it and doing what they love. I haven't done it yet. So it's like my album is what I really want to show the world, and I don't want to give anybody that comfort on what I'm doing until they hear the music.
Okay, at what point in the contract do they write in that you have to host a show on the TV Guide network? Where does that come in? Because it seems like that's also where every idol goes.
I had that option too.
Okay, I was going to say.
No, right when I got off the show, it was amazing. I had soaps coming at me, soap operas. I had leads in Broadway shows. They didn't even have to try out. They're just like, just come do it. And I had all this stuff coming to where I really didn't want to. I didn't want to ruin what I had created, and I also didn't want to. All the listeners at home, I didn't want to just make them think that anything I threw out would be acceptable.
It was fine, sure.
Yeah.
It's got to be so tempting, though, for struggling for all those years with nothing,
Totally.
and then all of a sudden everybody wants you, and everybody wants you. So I applaud your being able to sit back a little bit and say, I want to think about this before
If they want you for just that one quick
that
instant,
marquee name.
then it's the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to make the music that I stood by so that they could want me for that.
Right.
And now they're going to get it, July 15th.
Well, that's great. We're going to hear a little bit of that in just a second
Yep.
here, but let's also talk about David Archuleta, his first night out on the stage with on the big stage with all the women, all the girls screaming and everything, and he was so shocked. And you had that same kind of atmosphere when you came out. That you couldn't keep him quiet.
No.
What was that like the first time out there?
It was interesting because it wasn't just little girls. I mean, you had full families out there.
Right.
And the tour was the most amazing thing ever because when I looked out in the crowd, I could see mom, dad, kids, and grandparents. I could literally look and separate families down the rows. And it was the coolest thing ever.
Right.
To be able to see something that brought families together like that.
One show, it's amazing.
So, yeah.
And your personal life, is there, because there are women standing outside the studio right now.
And these are
take you
employees
home.
in the building.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
actually.
No, a couple of them can go with me when I travel out because I'm totally single.
Totally single.
Yeah, I'm wide open and available and working hard on the music.
People are heading to the airport now. You don't want to get on the plane with
I can go along, yes.